Hey, hey, it's Lacey from the Content Direction Agency. I am checking in with you guys today. So I had an interesting thought last week. I've been seeing this a lot. Somebody mentioned it in a mastermind group I'm in, and I've seen it all over the interwebs, right? So people talk about unicorns. You've probably seen this too. I think it started like in the tech world, right? They talked about unicorn businesses, and then it became people talk about unicorn people. So especially in marketing, people talk about, oh, I need a unicorn. I need somebody who understands how to do this and this and this and et cetera, right? They have all these requirements for their marketing implementers, and they struggle because they can't find the unicorn, right? They can't find the person who's going to be able to do X, Y, Z, all of these different things. And I got to thinking about, like, do I really even believe there are unicorns? So I have a 10-year-old daughter. So I am adjacently a unicorn expert, right? But here's what I think. There are probably unicorns out there, but the whole reason we call them unicorns is because they're incredibly hard to find, right? They're not, every other person out there does not fit that description. I might not even call myself a unicorn. Like, I have a lot of different skill sets, but am I a unicorn marketer? It depends what your definition of a unicorn is, right? So these people, these unicorns that we say we're searching for, they do exist, but by very definition, they are hard to find, right? That's the whole point. So what I want to ask you is, like, if you have been thinking, if you're a business owner and you've been thinking to yourself, I need a unicorn for this task. I need a unicorn for this job, whatever it is that actually true, right? So is it actually true that you need a unicorn to complete this job, or to get it off your plate, to delegate? Because here's the truth of the matter. When I hear people talking about they need a unicorn, sometimes it's because they're doing it themselves and they feel like there's not somebody else who can do it as well as they can. So they probably, maybe not, I don't know the answer to this. They may call themselves a unicorn or maybe not, but they've decided, like, I need somebody that's so specific and so different that I have to find a unicorn to be able to delegate this task. Okay, so in my world, this comes down to nobody else can write my emails for me. Nobody else can write my blog posts for me. Nobody else can create the social media strategy I need, et cetera, et cetera. I don't believe that's true. And I will tell you why. I think that even mere mortals that you have as your implementers can be amazing at doing your marketing work if you have the right plan. Okay, so here's what I've noticed about, as my business has grown, I have had people, I have a bigger team than I ever used to have. There's more hierarchy levels of what do I want to say, delegation than I've ever had before. And I've also taken some courses. One of my very favorite clients in the whole world is Run Like Clockwork, and they teach business owners how to do this, right? But what I've noticed is you have to get really good at how you're delegating the tasks, right? And so a lot of times I believe it's not that you need a unicorn to do the tasks. It's not that you need somebody with such specialized skills that they barely exist. It's that you need a better plan. It's that you need a better method, a better standard operating procedure, a better formula, a better flow, whatever you want to call it, of delegating that task. Okay? So let me give you an example of what I mean by this. Let's say there's a business and they hire a copywriter to come in and help them out with their marketing work, okay? And they say, we need more sales. We need more nurture content, make it happen. Okay, well, that is when you start to need a unicorn, right? Because then you not only have to have somebody who can write the copy, who can get your voice, who knows how to write emails and blog posts and social media posts and whatever other copy, right? We've had clients that are like, okay, we not only need the emails and blog posts that you're going to provide us, we also need sales pages and landing pages and whatever, right? So you've got a person who can not only write all those things, but they also understand the big picture strategy of how to drive more clients to you. okay, now we're getting into unicorn territory, right? Or maybe they're talking about, I want to grow my Facebook group. I want to grow my Instagram following. So write really great captions. They hire a copywriter and they say, I want to grow my Instagram. Well, that may not be what a copywriter is for, right? But if you hand them a plan and say, I hired this Instagram person who told me how to grow my Instagram, and here's what I need you to do, that copywriter is going to rock the job, right? Because they can follow instructions. I'm assuming you're hiring a person who can follow instructions and do a good job. So my point here is this, like, ask yourself when you have that internal thought, like, oh, I can't find anybody to take this task off my plate in my marketing because I need a unicorn. Do you actually need a unicorn who needs some incredibly specialized skill set? Or do you need multiple people so that you can create a good plan? Maybe it means hiring a strategist who's really good at XYZ, coming up with the plan, but they don't do the implementation. So you need to hire the implementer to do it with you, right? And so this is a long-winded way of saying, like, this is something I've started offering. If you have a team of amazing mortals, not unicorns necessarily, but fantastic mortal human beings on your team who help you with your marketing implementation, but there's something that's still not registering, right? There's something that's still not, you're like, you handed your copywriter and said, I want to grow my Facebook group, but it's not working. You love what they're writing. They're doing a good job that way, but it's not actually growing your Facebook group. There's a disconnect, right? And it's not that you need a unicorn copywriter who magically knows how to grow a Facebook group. It's that you need somebody else, a strategist, somebody who can fill that gap and create the plan that your mortal amazing person can deliver. Okay, so just consider that the next time you're wondering if you need a unicorn especially for marketing, but I think this applies to everything. Do you actually need a unicorn who has to have these specific skills? Or do you need an amazing mortal human being that you love, as well as a really great plan? And whether you come up with the plan or a strategist comes up with the plan or whatever, doesn't really matter, but it's about how you're delegating, how you're telling that amazing human being what you want and need them to do, right? So let's all stop thinking and talking about mythical creatures and start saying, how can I empower my mortal human beings on my team to do the amazing job they want to do? Because let's face it, I'm an optimist, and I believe if they're on your team and they want to work for you, they want to do an amazing job, right? So how can we empower them to do a more amazing job? Maybe the first step is asking them, what do you need from me? I know that if Adrienne from Run Like Clockwork were here, she would say that they need permission. Wait, what is it? It's IPO. They need to be invested, I think. They need permission, and then they need an operating procedure, right? So they need permission to make a decision, maybe. Maybe they need to own the role. You say, go grow my Facebook group, and they're like, but I have to ask you every time I do something. No, let them own it, right? They need ownership. They need permission to do the thing. But they also need like a clear set of instructions. So maybe that means you buy them a course on how to build Facebook groups. Maybe that means you hire a strategist. Maybe you have a plan that you just need to communicate better, right? But they don't actually need to be a unicorn. They literally just need better instructions. And then your mortal human being can take on that job and do an amazing job. All right, if you have questions about this, let me know in the comments. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. If you are an actual unicorn, please post a photo in the comments. Selfies are allowed. And if you have any questions about how to work with us, how I can help fill those gaps between mythical unicorn and amazing humans, then send me a DM and I would love to chat with you about it. All right, talk to you soon.